Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. Michael Kell here live joining us once again. I'm excited to have him back on the Zoomcast and, of course, on the podcast. How are you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much. You're going to play us a song?
Okay.
It sounded like a piano. I said, are you going to play us a song?
Yeah. Just raising my volume here.
Oh, okay. It sounded like a piano, like you're hitting a piano key.
Maybe it is. I don't know. I got one of those screens that goes like curved,
Yeah.
because I can't get the camera right on two monitors that are flat.
Oh, God.
It always makes it look sideways,
Got
no matter even when it's not quite sideways.
Right. And
But in any case, I have something different today for you.
Go ahead. Tell me.
Because we haven't talked about it, the fact that I used to do a lot of psycho-spiritual healing outside of medicine.
Okay.
Just, I have more things than that. And so I had a lot of techniques I developed over the years and practiced on. And so I think I'm going to go start expelling on these things. But I want to try one, see if you'll be willing to work with me on one simple one. And is all it requires. You don't have to tell me anything, okay? But I need you to focus on a feeling. And I'm going to talk while we're doing this, but I'm going to ask you to get relaxed first, but I'll tell you how, okay? Is that okay? Is that okay with you?
I'm an open book. Go ahead. I would love to play along and be the guinea pig and show people how this can work. But I also want to remind them to start, though, enlightenment123.org, enlightenment123.org. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. What I'm asking you to do is just close your eyes for a second and just take a breath in and hold it for a second or two, and then let it out slowly. Just imagine all the stress of the day, all your concerns are just fading away as you breathe out. Take another one in, hold it for a little bit, let it out. Now, as you sit there, I'm going to count from 100 down. Keep your eyes closed, please. You don't have to, but it works better. 100 to 95. And just listen as I count and imagine yourself getting more and more relaxed. Okay? 100, 99, 98, 97, 96, 95. And take another breath in, hold it for a little bit, and exhale, and just let yourself relax, which is something everybody knows how to do, although they don't always think they do, because if you want to go to sleep, if you get relaxed. So that's the case. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to think of something, and you may have to call it up, that is stressful for you or unpleasant. Because I'm going to show you how powerful you can be to deal with letting go of feelings and replacing them with something much better. So you don't have to tell us what it is, but just when you focus on it and welcome it in, it's going to help you right now. Just make space for it, be accepting, be compassionate, even to this negative feeling. And when you're ready, and you could look at it, imagine you have a little meter number, low 0, 10 high. Just tell me what number you can get up to. Just by recalling this feeling, it's going to be in your body too. So this feelings are really just cognitions of what the body's doing. So when you are ready, let me know.
The higher number, the more it's bothering me.
Well, just relax, okay?
Oh,
there's something that's bothering you. Could be anything.
I got it.
Okay, what number would you say? What intensity is it?
10. It's a 10.
Okay, good.
Today, 10.
Now imagine you have a little meter over there on the side for vision. You can watch if you need to. But I'm going to start giving you a sentence, and I just want you to listen to it. And I want to add, and just let yourself do it. Let your mind do what I'm asking you to do. It's really simple. Okay, and I'll explain later why this works. And so in order to do this, you can breathe normally, and I'm going to say it. But usually I can teach people how to do this with a slightly different wording, with a different kind of breathing, and they can do it themselves. So here's what we're going to do. But I am going to ask you to take a little breath in. And as you exhale, I'm going to begin by letting go of this feeling and this emotion in your body. You return to and remain within your natural state of joy, peace, clarity, and well-being. And don't worry about doing anything. Just listen to what I'm saying. By letting go of this feeling, I'm going to switch the tense here because this is you talking now. Okay. I return to and remain within my natural state of peace, joy, clarity, and well-being. So I'm going to practice again. By letting go of this feeling, I, Jill, return to and remain within my natural state of peace, joy, clarity, and well-being. Now we're going to do this again, but I want you to repeat after me. Like there's 3 parts to it, okay? Repeat after. Just relax. And say it just quietly to yourself, or you can say it out loud if you want, doesn't matter. By letting go of this feeling.
By letting go of this feeling,
I return to and remain within
I return to and remain within
my natural state of peace, joy, clarity, and well-being. We're going to say this again. By letting go of this feeling, I return to and remain within my natural state of peace, joy, clarity, and well-being. Once again, by letting go of this feeling, I return to and remain within my natural state of peace, joy, clarity, and well-being. Now I'm going to talk to you a little bit, just listen. But I want you to look out the side of your eyes and see what the intensity of the feeling is. It doesn't matter what it is, but I'm just curious. It was a 10, still could be a 10, or it could be a 3 or 5 or 6. I don't know.
6.
Okay, that's pretty good reduction, 40%. And I'm going to explain something to you, and we'll do this again. There's only one time in our life, actually 2 times, 2 periods in our life where actually we exist in a state of simple joy, simple peace, no clarity, but well-being. And that's within a mother's uterus, womb, okay, right? Baby's happy. Mom wants baby, baby happy. You know, mom does everything for that baby. So all the baby has to do is rest and relax. It doesn't think much, but it feels a lot. I should say it has a lot of emotions, you better say. In the emotional states of a baby, after it's born and spanked and it's breathing good and it's comfortable, you put on the mama's breast to feed. And you watch it as soon as it falls asleep. What state is it in? It is totally unperturbed about anything. It's in a state of perfect well-beingness. And if you ask, what can babies feel or emotions they have? Well, they have peace, they know joy, they know being scared. They don't know it, but the body knows it. And so since everyone basically has had this intrautero and birth experience, and it only lasts for a few months, and the baby gets perturbed. We teach them to be perturbed. You know, we don't tell about this because we forgot about it. And it's possible for people to use this state. You know, it's not a memory per se, but it's an engram somewhere in our bodies that can be reactivated. So it's not magic. It's not religious. It's a fact. So if you close your eyes again, I want to have you repeat with me that sentence 3 times, if you're willing to. And I want you to watch your feelings and watch the meter. But you have to do no effort here, Joe. No effort. Just let that state of a newborn baby come back to you. And since you like being a mother a lot, inherently, this should be very easy for you to do. So close your eyes again. That's right. Take a breath. Here we go. By letting go of the feeling within now, I'm changing the words a little bit for you.
By letting go the feeling of the
Feeling
feeling I feel now,
I return to and remain within
I return to and remain within
my natural state
my natural state
of peace,
of peace,
of joy,
of joy,
of clarity,
clarity,
of well-beingness.
well-beingness.
So just let that soak in, and we're going to say it again.
Okay.
By letting go of this feeling,
By letting go of this feeling,
I return to and remain within
I return to and remain within
my natural state,
my natural state,
peace,
peace,
of joy,
joy,
of clarity,
of clarity,
and well-being,
and well-being,
just like a newborn baby,
just like a
loved by
newborn
its
baby.
parents. And nice
Loved
doctor
by
too.
its
Okay, let's take. Let's go and do it again.
Okay.
Go again. Okay, not quite done yet. Almost though. But letting go of this feeling.
By letting go of this feeling,
By letting go of the emotions in my body because of this feeling.
by letting go of the emotions in my body because of this feeling,
I return to and remain within
I return to and remain within
my natural state
my natural state
I was born into
I was born into
of peace,
of peace,
of joy,
of joy,
of clarity,
clarity,
of well-being.
of well-being.
Now, if one was a religious person, there's only one other state that would exist similar to this that people talk about sometimes, but they don't explain it right. It's the kingdom of God on heaven. Because babies come from there, they carry that with them until they're born, and then we all teach them how to get out of there and don't tell them about it anymore because we don't remember.
Okay.
So we're almost done. Close your eyes again. I'm going to say it one more time and then continue with you. Right? By letting go of this feeling,
By letting go of this feeling,
I
I
return to and remain within
return to and remain within
my natural,
my
God-given
natural
state
God-given state
of simple peace,
of simple peace,
joy,
joy,
clarity now,
clarity now,
as you understand, and well-being.
doing
I want you to keep your eyes closed, take another breath. Just let everything go. I'm going to count 94 down to 90. Wait, and then you'll come back. 94, 93, 92, 91, 90. Returning in a state of peace, joy, clarity, because you're not, you know about this now, and well-being. And that is our natural state. And people just don't know it. Now you know it. So then open your eyes.
okay.
How do you feel? You have a great smile on your
I
face.
feel calm. Calm.
Yeah.
Relaxed. I'm never relaxed. Yes, relaxed. Mm-hmm.
Simple, isn't it?
Yeah.
It actually works with physical pain. And everybody feels better usually, but sometimes if you have a lot of stress and stuff, you want to hold on to it and realize what people do in their life is what they've learned and what they're familiar with. They just, it's like this pen being held on, right? And it's like I do is let it go. But the problem with letting go is that if you don't replace it with something, it tends to come back. And it doesn't mean whatever you're focused on won't come up again, or you can call it up if you want to. But with practice, then you will learn how to just get rid of this once and for all. And see, feelings don't really last too long unless we keep feeding them.
true. Like sugar, right? Yeah, you feed,
Yeah.
like cancer sugar. Yeah, 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 you're right. If you don't feed it the sugar, you don't give it the angst, the thought, the time of day, then okay.
See, but that's what our parents taught us, you know, to worry about things
Yeah.
and hold on to them. And if you hold on to them and perseverance, you do better, which sometimes you do, but not
Hmm.
too many people are totally at peace.
Yeah.
That's how Jesus lived. That's how Buddha lived. Probably how Muhammad lived. The great spiritual teachers, Lao Tzu.
Hmm.
But you got to practice it, which is why I'm probably going to start doing like a 12-week course because it takes 66 days for half people to learn a new habit if they practice it several times a day.
Hmm.
And that's like medium, so 2 standard deviations. So it might take up to 100 days for some people. But if
Hmm.
you're perseverant, you can do this. And there's other kinds of healing techniques, a lot of them out there.
Hmm.
You can combine them.
Hmm. Interesting.
Works for financial problems. Because if you let go of worry, but you have a bunch of worries about things, and some may be true and some may not be true, but most are not true. They're just
Hmm.
another possibility. It's hard to even do well financially,
Yeah.
unless you're already set up and rich and that's all I care about.
Hmm.
But for most of us, if we're well to do, things come up that resistances, things that want to get in our way. And so after a while, you'll learn to be the true mistress of yourself,
Hmm.
whatever self is.
Interesting. And what do we call this type of mental
I call it,
thinking?
listen, I call it, I used to call it the freedom exercises, but I changed
Okay.
the name. I call it the Grail exercises. That's why I talked about the Holy Grail a little bit last
Okay.
time.
Okay.
You know, because what
Wow.
I mean, it's like Grail is what is like, which is like it's like something over your head, which holds all these
Hmm.
wonderful feelings of peace and joy and everything.
Hmm.
So all you have to do is ask, the lady holding it to pour a little of this wine on your head,
Hmm.
and then it helps push out the negativity and fill it with something that's extremely positive. And the funny part is, when you get really good at this, there's no other better feeling in the world than being in a state of perfect joy, perfect peace. Now you understand why, so there's no questions, and well-beingness.
Hmm.
It's like being in the hand of God, if one wanted to be a religious metaphor.
Wow.
So if you'd like, I will send you a copy to you. If you go to that email you
Thank
gave me,
you.
but
Yeah,
just
that's it. My AOL. I'm an ancient person. I still use AOL, but I love it because I'm sorry, I have emails from 2000 like two. People make fun of me, but I'm like, I still have old emails. I still have attachments in those emails. Yeah. So,
how many emails do you have? Because I have AOL too. How many
oh,
emails have you
I'm
think?
at
1,000?
100. You want me to check? I
Yeah.
have 100 and something. I think 100 something thousand. I don't clear them out often, obviously.
Okay, that's things.
That's
But
great.
that's
Oh no, I'm sorry. It's wrong. It's 65,296.
that's been pretty active.
But I don't check.
Remember AOL used to have, you
I'm
only had
bad
five.
with email, but what is what?
Remember AOL, you have to, after like 5,000 or something, you had to dump it into some folder.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You
I
used
guess
to have
that
to
went
do that.
away. I guess that went away because I got like, I think
Mm-hmm.
35,000 I've sent and 40
Mm-hmm.
40 plus thousands. It's really helpful because sometimes like I might have seen somebody for like 10 years. And I go, what's their name? What's their name? What's their name? And I have to go back. I can go back and get an email by searching.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
AOL, plus AOL is nice to read. I don't
right.
like Google because it puts like something on the top, and then you get our starred ones, then you got the other ones at the bottom, and instead of having just all chronological order.
Uh-huh. Wow. All right. I'm feeling good, relaxed, calm. And you know, anyone can use this technique. Anyone could do it themselves. Anyone can and tell me some other examples. Like how else could you use it for what other things? You mentioned for financial burdens, or could you use it for manifestation things? Like,
Well, that's just the beginning exercise, okay? But you can use it to search for things that may be bothering you and you don't know why.
hmm.
Yeah, sometimes I change that with what I say slightly, okay? And so you can, I mean, it's a way to visualize,
Hmm.
okay? Because problem visualization I mean, the secret's not a secret because it's not really true unless somebody really knows how to focus,
True.
and makes a plan up how they're going to get there and follows the path. Yeah, but most people it doesn't work for. But it's because there's resistances, you see. And so if you want to visualize on, say, well, having your sons get into Ivy League school, say, I'm just making it up, okay? Now it's time to start. Okay? Because if you visualize and see them there and see you visiting them on Parents' Day, or Mom's Day, whatever day they happen to have these days, and if you feel it, okay, that's like visualization.
Yeah.
But there's always things. Well, maybe I won't have enough money, or maybe this, or maybe that. And the exercise releasing, you just release on that. It's because every thought has a feeling. And a feeling is actually, it's like it's a mental image of what our body's doing, usually. So you can also do this by putting it where it really is, just in the body. But sometimes it works better. That's another technique. So you just use it to get rid of things that are bothering you, and things that you want. You can call in. So if you really do visualization properly, is it a really good thing I'm asking for? Is it good for everybody? Is it going to hurt anybody? Yeah, it's going to hurt somebody. Don't do it. But if it's good, you go, okay, fine, this is great. Let me make some little reminders up. Those little things, post-its they put on sometimes.
That's what I post it everywhere, and then I rip them. Once I complete the task, I have to pull it down.
You can do that. Yeah, you can do it for future stuff too, visualization. But the key, I think, is to really be at peace inside, because then, yeah, you may not like somebody. You don't have to like them still, okay? Or maybe something that you really, that some things that just piss you off that aren't very important. But after time, what happens is you get this little nidus inside you, this calmness, which you were born into. It's in your body. It wasn't in your brain, because it's hard to even say babies have feelings because their brain's not working, okay?
Yeah.
But that's what we calm nowadays. That's how we experience them. And so what happens is that when things happen, like me, when it happens to me a lot of times, I go, I don't care. I can deal with this. I can deal with that. I would prefer that another thing happened, but I can't get it. What? I'm not going to sit here and bitch about it and complain about it and worry about it and think people are being mean to me. So you get this really powerful place inside that grows and grows and grows. And that's the kingdom of heaven, or the kingdom of God, or whatever you want to call it. Within, that's where it's supposed to be. Because until people put it within on a large scale, they'll never put it without. New Jerusalem will never happen unless God intervenes directly and kills everybody that's bad and changes our genetics, which I don't know if that's going to happen.
I don't think so, right? No. Wow. Interesting. And by the way, we have, oh my gosh, we only have 3 minutes left. So in those last 3 minutes, what else did you want to tell us, Michael Cal? Did you?
What do I need to tell?
Yeah.
Stop worrying.
Okay.
Here's something very important. Most people are much happier after they pass through the mortal life than they are here. So, dying in itself is not a bad thing. I mean, I wouldn't want to be eaten by a giant grasshopper, like those B movies when I was a kid, or some bug and stuff. But if people just stop worrying about stop worrying, face the problem, release on as much as you can, try to bring up the kingdom of God within, which really takes at least, say, 12 weeks, okay, to get it so you're actually comfortable doing it. If you don't do it, it doesn't grow. And so people can have much more control over their lives. They just don't want it. They don't take it. Nobody's told them. It's sad.
Oh, well, thank you. Feels like I went to church again. I was at church last night with my son. He's making his first communion in May. So we had like the communion meeting last night. And very spiritual. I love it. I love it. Talking to the priest. And, here I'm not super religious, but we go to church almost every Sunday now since my son's been in religious services. But it's fascinating to talk when the priest is out there talking. Like it just felt like you just now talking, like you're inspired and you feel and you like, you think about things and calms you down. Life is so preciously short. Like, let's just live our best life. Like, yeah. Okay. That's all I want to say. Michael Kell, how can we reach you?
And go to support or email at enlightenment.com. I mean, enlightenment123.org.
Yep.
So an email. And maybe I'll answer. I'm terrible with websites.
Me too, and emails. But
I am bad.
thank you. Good to see you here.
Next time
Looking
it's going to be
forward.
2:30.
Okay, good. I will see you then the
I
next
think
time,
it'll be
2:30.
Yep. She said 2:30.
All right, good. Thank you
Okay.
so
Good
much.
seeing you,
Good to
dear.
see you. Thank you. And email me those notes if you
I
can.
will.
Thank
I
you.
will. Okay.
Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.